Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. It's Thrifty Tuesday, so I am here with my thrifty treasures from the past week. So first of all, I went to the bins once and this is what I got. No, I went twice and this is what I got. I'll show you. This was my first trip right here. I was looking through the clothing bins, and I go and try to, when I go there, I go around and I look at the books, and I look at, try to look through the bins, and I don't like just go through all the clothes. I kind of look through for the bins as I'm walking around. Usually a lot of times they'll put the linens, they'll try to put the linens, there's always some clothes in there mixed in, you know what I mean? But if I see quilts or bedspreads or some type of linen, then I'll look more carefully at that bin and see, what's in there. So I found these pretty laces. They're kind of all ruffled kind of laces, but I found this pretty pink one, and they're quite long. So they're all just like this, unwound, just kind of strewn all over in the bin. I just pulled on it until I found the end. So there was one pink one and this pretty eyelet. And so like when I went up to the register to pay for these, I just had like, this is what I found, and she had to weigh it. This is the type of stuff they weigh. So she weighed it and it cost me whopping 29 cents, I think it was. So pretty funny, that I got all of this pretty ruffled trim already ruffled for me. I don't have to ruffle it myself. This is a pretty vintage looking blue here. As you can see, it's kind of that blue gray color, really pretty, and it's a lot, that's a lot. That'll last me a good while, right? Here's another pretty like light blue or baby blue type of color. Eyelet, yeah, it's kind of like an eyelet trim with a light blue color. So a bunch of that. And then the lavender here, a more lacy one. But, can't beat all of that for 29 cents, right? So that was one trip to the bins. And then the next day I went again just to have something to do. And I found 3 books. So this is another place, but I found there was another lady. Me and this other lady were looking in this bin, and I was on one side and she was on the other, and this recipe book was right in front of her. And I was like, don't grab it, I gotta grab that. And I kind of reached over like, excuse me, and I picked it up so she didn't think I was like, ah. But I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta get that, because you never know what's in a recipe book. And this was a cute little binder, right? It looks like it's in good shape. It has a little bit of wear right here on the corners, but I could put something, if I make this into a journal, which I absolutely think I will, I could just put a little something right around the corner here, because this top right here is in great shape. Everything looks perfect except for right on the corners. So it was definitely used. And so when you open up, I was pleasantly surprised, so glad that I was bold enough to reach my hand all the way across the other side and get this up. Now these these are actually bent right here, I see. But if I can't fix that and bend them back in place, I can always take this out and make a new spine. I have done that before on binder, recipe binders. So we'll see. I'll have to work on that. But it has this really neat little, it's dirty here, but this is neat. I wish there was, because I would want to cover up this, dirtiness here. But this part up here looks really cool. Maybe I can just make something and cover up the bottom half. A pocket down here would be cool. Because down here, most of the dirt is down here. Maybe I can even clean some of this off, and I could put something over the spine here to decorate and cover up and reinforce. Looks like it's a little bit worn here where it needs a little bit of reinforcement. So anyway, the thing I liked the best was all of these divider cards are really cool. They're blue, pretty. And did I see, as we look through, I'll see if I see a date. I haven't really looked for a date yet, I don't think. But there's a lot of these little pieces here that you can use in a binder and, you know, put your journaling cards and different things. 4x6 size, so perfect size for some type of little 4x6 recipe card or index card of some kind that you maybe want to decorate as a journaling card. So I was super excited to get my hands on this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to bend that back. Like, I would need to probably get my husband involved and get some tools and a wrench and see if I can get this back in place. But I might just have to make a new spine on here, you know. But anyway, to show you what I was even more excited about than the dividers, I don't want to rip the dividers here or anything, so let me do it like this, was in the back here, there's a lot of handwritten recipe cards. It says recipe 4 here, and then it's all written out. And they are there, so like here's an index card, but most of them are these, they're plain recipe cards, but they are recipe cards. They're blue, they're white with blue lines, and the recipe 4, and that's in blue too, and then it has a line like this one says recipe 4 coconut pie, and it just has all the ingredients there. Basic muffins. So yeah, this is interesting too, because there's no directions here, just the ingredients. Okay, here's some directions here on these, or instructions or whatever. So anyway, there's a bunch of handwritten recipes in here, which, you know, I always like to find because I like to put those in my recipe journals. I put the originals in there in the recipe journals that I make, and it's about time for me to make some more recipe journals because I think I just sold my last one. So I got to get on the stick and make some more recipe journals. But yeah, this was a super fun find. So that, let's see if I can get it back together now where I can close it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, that'll do it. Okay, we'll just leave that like that. And yeah, let's do that again. Take these out so we don't rip those holes or anything, because it's crooked. This one, see, okay, so that one goes together pretty well, and I think this one really just needs to be bent back that way. That's why I said if I can get a tool that can help me pry it back in place, I might be able to fix that. So we will see what I do with that. But I love the color. It's got little hearts on it too, really pretty burgundy and blue and white. So love that. And then I found this book, which is neat. This is probably from a school, and I don't know if I would make this cover into a journal. It's an okay size, you know, it's kind of on the big side for a journal. I would have to cover that name up, but it's in decent shape for an old book. Oh, I didn't see a date, did I, on the recipe cover, on the recipe journal, or recipe book binder. Yeah, I didn't see a date on here, but you know, you can see that it's got some age on it. So this is a book from a school. Here's all the dates. It was issued to different children here. That's neat. Here are the pages. Let's see what's in here. There's a pretty bird I saw just now. Great for a nature journal. A bee. The colors are neat and a lot of nature type. Squirrel, a kitty cat. I just saw a bird I want to see. There's it looks like an eagle, maybe. Oh, look at these. These would be neat to cut out. Pretty flowers. Where is that bird? I saw a bird somewhere. Here's some pretty vintage looking pages here. Really neat. Well, I don't know where the bird was. I thought I saw a bird. Maybe I didn't. Look, these would be neat to cut out individually. Make little cards. But yeah, you can see the bright colors. Great for a little journal that would be made from a children's book. Oh, I like these big flowers here. These are neat. Very 70s looking. I wonder if it's, I don't think I saw a copyright yet, but I will look for one in just a second. But really, this was a reader, I guess, from a school. Let's look for a date real quick here. I would love to see a date on here. Basic Reading System, Level 6. 1973. Yeah, it looked like a 70s book, so very cool. It's an oldie, or kind of oldie. I have brought these home before. I don't know if I brought this version home. I have to look on my shelf. But here's another one. And the last time I brought one home, I said, I keep finding these. I don't know why or who's getting rid of them. And someone commented, when my friends or subbies, friends and subbies commented, they're probably from school. So that makes perfect sense that the schools keep, they're getting rid of these old books, I guess, unfortunately, because this is really, I think these are really neat. But this one is, let's see, cover photos. There's a date for cover photos. Does it actually, it has a copyright date of, the last date is 2003, so it's not quite vintage yet, but I thought it was really neat anyway. And I thought instead of adding this one to my stash, that I would, start cutting things out of here and taking the pages out and take it apart right away, so I can start using it, because I don't have any more room on my shelf for any books, so I've got to do something with them. Look at that nest. I've got to do something with them and not add them to my stash right now. I'm making journals as fast as I can, but I'm trying not to really. I only bought three books, so I'm being pretty picky on what I buy. I'm just buying what I really totally love. You know what I mean? And not, even though like I have these already, they're just too cool to pass up. These children's dictionaries. I mean, if I don't want it, I can put it in my shop, I figured. And I know I said that before, and I haven't put one in my shop yet. So, because I love them so much. So I thought maybe if I don't put this one in my shop, now it could end up in my shop because I have the ones on my shelf that I need to use too. So, and when I bought it, I said, I'm going to sell this one. I'm going to put this one in my shop. But will I really do it? We shall see. Did you see that acorn? That was neat. So anyway, I just love the dictionary format, the 2 columns, and the words that are, they all have the colored words, and then the pictures. I mean, you can use the pages, and then you can also cut out the pictures that you like or whatever, and you can use the words for backgrounds, and you can use a whole page, or you can cut out the little pictures and make journaling cards, or even the words, individual words, if you want to put in individual, like you're making a journal on a certain subject and you want to look in the dictionary and find garden or hummingbird or whatever, that's fun too. So that's why I love these children's dictionaries. They're so cool as a dictionary and with all the cool pictures. Okay, so that was the 2 bins trips. Then I went Saturday to my favorite local mom and pop vintage thrift store, and I got this 1949 yearbook. It's the first time I've ever bought a yearbook. I've seen them before, and I've kind of never bought one. I know what to do with them, but I was like, I don't know. I just don't know, so I never bought one. But this time, I was at my favorite, my friend's shop in town here, so I went ahead and got it from her. And I love the cover. First of all, look at this cover. And then I looked inside and I was like, oh, these people are so cool. I mean, here's the autograph section. Really cool. That could be really cool to copy, right? Wouldn't that be neat to use as a background or even as a page? So that's awesome. And then I just saw all the pictures. There's a lot of ads in here too. All these ads in the back. Could be neat to use as backgrounds, or I could probably copy them. I don't think there's a copyright on yearbooks, Here's the tobacco market. Had a very big ad here. Interesting. Huh. Talley Brothers, Planters Farm. I live on Talley Road. That's why I'm looking at the Talley names here. And it's spelled like this, Talley. Anyway, now you know where I live, right? But anyway, ads. Oh, look at these. This is cool. Duns. Now, I don't know what this is, Duns. It's not around here anymore. Here's a tally name again. Ida Mae Tally Dunn. Huh, interesting. So, smart things for smart women. Okay, it's some kind of a store, a women's store. With these, look at all these images. Aren't these cool? I love that. Wow, I didn't even see that. So then you got the pictures. Look at these 1949. It's like the hairdos and the clothes. It's so cool. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Look at this dress. Isn't that cool? The coolest? Look at this. This is most athletic, most attractive. They are pretty attractive, aren't they? Isn't that funny? So, most original. They look like they would be very original and very intelligent. They look like they're intelligent, like he's going to be a lawyer and she's going to be an accountant or something. Right here we've got the most popular. Huh. Look at her dress. And her dress. What a difference in dresses, right? This one's sleek and this one's like, what do you call it? I want to say prairie or peasant, like, you know, peasant dress type of thing. Here's one that's fluffy, fluffy. Very pretty though. Most intellectual. There you go. Best all around. Wow. Look at him looking at her. He's like, why? I'm sorry. Let's go move on. These very special people, okay? Interesting. The baseball team, look at the uniforms. Cheerleaders, look how long their skirts are, people. Look at those long skirts. I mean, how long were those skirts? They are probably down past their knees. Can you imagine seeing that on the field today? I don't know what state this is from. I don't recognize the Greenbrier. This is Greenbrier. Oh wow, look at these football and basketball uniforms. Wow, girls basketball right here. Hello, look at these. How come these look so weird? They're just not, they're too short. Those are basketball uniforms that they wore in public. Wow. That's in 1949. They needed some longer pants there and looser. The football team. Oh goodness, it's just funny to see how things change, right? Isn't that amazing? I can't even believe they wore that in 1949. Huh. Okay, so we've got some, I love the hairstyles, the different girls' hairstyles here. So they're so pretty. Okay, let's see what else. So we've got all the big pictures, and then we've got these little pictures. And I just pictured cutting these out and making them look like, you know, the Tim Holtz, what do you call it? The little pictures that are together like that. 3 together or 2 together or whatever. You know, a row like this. I just thought that would be neat. And then here's some more big pictures. Oh, this is elementary school. Okay, wow, what grades did this go through? Because that was older kids back there. You know, now they have the yearbook for the separate schools, elementary, middle school, high school. This looks like it covered the whole, like, first grade through senior year. See, here's sophomores, juniors, seniors. This yearbook covered it all. And this is what I really saw. The senior pictures are a little bit bigger. And just looking at all the hairstyles, I thought was really cool. The boys and the girls, you know. Look at those sharp haircuts on the guys. Nobody has a beard. Look at these guys. mascots, little cutie pies. Oh, here's the cheerleader standing up, okay? You can see how long their skirts are past their knees. That's amazing. I went to Christian school, and the cheerleaders had to have their skirts down to their knees. But that's even longer than my school had. In my high school had, you know, this is longer than my high school, and it was a Christian high school that had the skirts down to the knees. So we didn't have to wear uniforms, but we couldn't wear pants. At my school, we had to wear dresses or skirts. So, yeah. Okay, so this is Fuquay Springs High School. Still don't know what state it's in, though. I'm not sure where Fuquay is. I don't know if that's in North Carolina or not. It'd be neat if they had said the you know, the state somewhere. I didn't see it anywhere, though. Isn't that strange? So anyway, that's another thrifty trip I made. Let's see, what else? I went to Dollar Tree. What did I get at Dollar Tree? Anything interesting that you'd want to see? Not really. I got the usual, well, this is not usual. I got some flowers that I want to take apart and use the petals on some tags. So I got that, and then just one of these that I've got some beads and charms that I need to put in here. And I got some of my favorite, of course, because I used up one, so now I got one to replace the one I used, because I like to keep a few on hand. So I used up one, I got another one. And then they're getting this new lace in. I got a purple before, and now I found a white one. So this is like lace, white lace, and that always comes in handy, right? I think I used up all of my white lace, or, you know, all that kind of white seam binding and things like that. So where else did I go? Let's see, I went to another thrift store here. Let me get this bag up here for you. Yeah, I made the rounds this week. There's not a whole heck of a lot in here, but I couldn't resist this tablecloth. It's a big red and white, like, traditional tablecloth. It looks pretty old, but it was all, I opened it up and it was all totally clean. Like, there's no rips or tears, no stains. So I got it because I could picture it on, if we go to a park or a picnic somewhere and have to cover up the picnic table. I pictured that, being able to use that, and it's pretty big, and I also pictured if I needed to spread something out on the ground, like if we go to a park and I need to, or a movie or something, spread that out on the ground, and I wouldn't be afraid. I only paid $1.99 for it. And I think, let me see, actually, let me look at my receipt. I might have got 50% off. So maybe it was only $1. Where's my receipt? It was 50% off. Yeah. It was 50% off, so I paid $1 for it. So, you know, if I put it on the ground, and, I mean, it's not going to get a stain unless it gets a grass stain. But, you know, I can wash it and not be worried about ruining a nice quilt or something, and have a pretty red and white tablecloth to spread out. So then I haven't seen any of these lately, so I picked these up. I had some that I made into journals, and I think I pretty much used them all up. I did get this one pack of stationery, and I saw after I got this one, see, all these books were 50% off too. I don't know if I paid full price or not for this, but this was not 99 cents, so whatever, you know, full price, 50 cents, it's all pretty much the same. But I got this, and it's got snowflakes on it, so I said Christmas, and then, or it could be winter, but then I found a whole bunch more of Christmas stationery, and I didn't buy any more. I was like, this is enough, I don't need any more. I have some that I found from this past Christmas, so I was like, no more of that, that's all I need, or, you know, that's all I could possibly need. But I haven't found any of these type of music books lately, and I pretty much used up all the ones I had, made journals out of them. So I went ahead and got these because I thought they were really, I like the covers, and I like to make journals out of the covers. So these old music books I love. So let me show you what they look like. I just kind of cut them down to fit a traveler's notebook size 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, and make journals out of them. This has a plain back. This is a pretty one. This green, I don't think I've ever gotten a green one before. I've had a blue one, an orange one, and this color one before. I might have had this exact one before. I'm not sure if it said Mendelssohn or what it said. I have to look back. But this one is Schubert. You know, plus I have all the beautiful music pages, nice big music pages. I mean, look at all those notes. You know, very cool. And these are all old. I haven't looked at the year yet, but there's another pretty green one. Let's see, do these have a year in them? I mean, look at all these notes. This is really amazing. These music books. But yeah, I don't see a year anywhere. I don't even see a copyright anywhere. You would think there'd be a copyright on here. Maybe they're so old that they don't have a copyright. If they ever, you know, I don't know if they do now. They probably do. I would think so. Let me just look at this one real quick for any type of date. No date on that one. Let's see. I was just looking to see if there's a date on there. And let's see. Somebody wrote down some notes here. Musical notes, but here's some more writing, but again, no date. You know what, this is some of this looks like some of this is in another language. I'm trying to see what language. Maybe I'm not sure. It might be French. Not sure though. I don't want to say it's in a language and then be wrong. It's definitely a foreign language though. So here's Mendelssohn. I love the cover. I love this color cover. This is just so vintage looking. And it is, of course, old. So all the music. Songs without words. This is neat. Contents page, and again, I don't see a date. Songs without words for the piano. And this light green one, Tchaikovsky. So all of these, I believe I got it. Let's see, where did I get these? Where did I say I got these? Yeah, I got these at 50% off. So, which, what was the original price? So I got them for 49 cents each. Yeah, that's a deal. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, awesome. Okay, so, you know, I went to a lot of places, but just got a few things at each place. You know, so, you know, I didn't want to spend too much money. I got my bargains. That yearbook didn't cost me anything, by the way. She gave it to me. Yeah, she ended up giving it to me. So, that was my friend. Okay, so one more place, real quick. These I've been looking at for a couple weeks. I'll tell you about those in a second. This is Saturday from Saturday, and I got these things because I hadn't seen any children's books there in a while, and so finally I was like, finally they have some children's books. I mean, they have children's books. They just didn't have any that I wanted, you know, in a while. So somebody must have donated a bunch of, or they cleaned out their back room and got them out on the floor. But that's everything I got Saturday. So, wow, I never find bridge tally cards. So this is a little hummingbird bridge tally card set. So, and it's old. Look at the tag there. It's all brown. So somebody had this sitting somewhere for a long time and never even opened it. So hopefully you can see through the little plastic there. I'm not going to open it right now. And then a bunch of little books. We won't look at the dates. They're all old. You can just assume they're old. This one is a board book, but I got it for the cover. I mean, look at this cover. And the back, really cute. Really cute. Here's the pages on the inside. Only a few pages. 4 pages in the whole thing. But I would just take this apart and use it just like any other book as far as the cover and make a spine. I love this little yellow spine there, though. That's so cute. Maybe I would like to keep that. Maybe I'll just make a little tiny book out of it. A little tiny journal out of it. So cute. I love that spine. And this one says the 3 wishes. Of course, I had to put the price tag right there. But we can fix that up. Like we junk journalers do. But it's a little Rand McNally elf book. And it's old. This is an oldie. Look how these pages are all browned. I am curious as to how old this one is. Let's see. I think it's 1955. 1955, I believe. Old Mother Hubbard. This is an elf book. Rand McNally again. Sorry. Good, in good shape. No writing or anything in there. Just a little age on it, which just adds some vintage charm. This is an older, like I always say, I don't really buy Walt Disney books, but this is an older one. It looks older anyway to me, so I like the older ones. So I will buy an older Disney book. I just don't buy the newer ones. This has writing here and here. And this one is 1991. So that's what I mean by older, like not brand new, just vintage. Any kind of bunny book I always buy. So if there's a bunny book, especially if it's a bunny little golden book, I'm going to buy it. So I don't care how many I have. Bunny books are coming home with me. And of course, the cute little mouse book is coming home with me. I don't care if it's new or old. This is 1990, so it's vintage, cute, perfect condition. Sam the Fire Cat. I have never seen this one, but this is adorable. Sam the Fire Cat was 39 cents originally. I mean, cat stories are just the cutest stories ever because cats are so fun. Fun and sneaky. Looks like we've got a page taken out here where the copyright probably was, so I don't have a copyright here, but this is an old one. And it's in decent shape. No writing. Probably the whole story is here, maybe. Let's see. Yes, it looks like this would be the beginning of the story, so the whole story is here, and I'm sure it's an adorable story about Sam, the firehouse cat. The color kittens, I know I have at least one more of these, but kittens, bunnies, you know, all those books are coming home with me if I see them for a decent price. These 3 I got because I used up one, and I went to the dollar store to buy another one, and then, you know, so it cost me $1. And then I found these this weekend. They were only 49 cents each. So I was like, well, that's a bargain. Half price, you know, half the price I would pay at the Dollar Tree. So I figured, why not get them? I like to use these in my journals. They're just fun to write on, right? Something different and fun. I mean, who doesn't want to write on this kids' paper, you know? I mean, you got to write on it in kindergarten. That was it. No more. No more. So now we get to write on it in our junk journals. The Christmas tree book. I just got this because, well, I thought maybe I went like, when I see a book like this that is, you know, like a paperback book or whatever you want to call this, I kind of take it and look at it in the store and I say, would this make a good journal? And I kind of fold it, like not crease it, but I kind of go like that, and I was like, maybe I can make something out of this cover. I don't know. But also, of course, I like the pages. They're cute, you know, Christmassy little pages that I can use even if I don't use the cover. So I went ahead and got this, and this is vintage. It's 19, Let me see here if I can see this. 1983 it looks like. So yeah, it is a vintage. And this was awesome. I mean, Peter Rabbit, 6 Stories of Peter Rabbit and His Friends by Beatrix Potter. So it's a Beatrix Potter book, and I hardly ever find any Beatrix Potter. So if I find, oh, look at this. A little bunny postcard. Oh, somebody in New York loves you. Well, that's adorable. I didn't see that. Awesome. A bunny postcard. Pleasant surprise. So anyway, the book is, look at this. It's in perfect shape. I just saw like all these little pictures. Of course, you can use a whole page. If I do manage to take this apart, it's so cool. I don't know if I can even take it apart. But if I do, just everything's separate, you know what I mean? Little square, little picture here, just all these little pictures. And then of course you can use a whole page. But just awesomeness here. And lots of it, because there's 6 stories in here. So cute, right? Beatrix Potter. Awesome. Yep. So look, a nameplate. Somebody wrote right here. Can you see that? Right here they wrote. That's only writing in here. Look at all these little guys on the front and the back here. So cute. Okay, so that. And then I looked at these for 2 weeks. This was the 2nd week. And I said to myself last week, those are so pretty. I don't know if I want to buy them. I don't want to spend any money. So this week I looked at them again. I said, those are so cute. I should buy them and put them in my shop. They're so shabby chic, right? I mean, I'm tempted to put them on my own bed, but I'm going to put these in my shop. They're, from what I could see, they looked like in perfectly good shape. Let me pull that off here and show you the front and the back as best I can. Here's the front with the big roses, and here's the back is beautiful also. Sometimes they have very plain backs, like just plain white, but this also had flowers all over the back. So I was like, you don't get any more shabby chic than that. Mary Jane, I don't know where they sell this type of, you know, this line, Mary Jane's Home, it says here. But yeah, I just thought they were so beautiful. I could not pass them up. They were still there this week, the 2nd week I saw them. So they had a lot of nice fabric this week. I was tempted to buy a couple more pieces, but I did not, because I just, you know, I have several things I need to list in my shop right now. So I was like, okay, that's enough, you know. That'll be enough. It is a little bit of work to list things in the shop, and it takes a little bit of time, so I don't want to overload myself. So the 2 last things I got was this. This is so cool. I love this little, it was a little cookbook. I just saw this on the shelf. Whenever I see this coil binding, I check it out because I don't know, I want to see what it is. And I pulled it out, and it was just this shape of a traveler's notebook. I was like, that is so cool. I love that. And then it has little pages, little, you know, cookbook pages in here. All desserts and all kinds of things. So I just thought it was a cool shape. 100 of the world's greatest recipes. So perfect little traveler's notebook recipe journal. So I'm going to turn this into something cool. And so that just was a fun find. It does say Benson and Hedges 100s here presents. So that's a cigarette, I believe, right? So I'll cover that up with a little cool little label of some kind. I had some neat little like canning labels and things like that. So I'll do something neat with that. But the last thing I found was a bag of wooden nickels. And they were cheap. They were only 99 cents. So I don't know. I might use some of them and put some of them in my shop. But I had a wooden nickel when I was a kid, and I just thought it was the neatest thing ever. So I was like, okay. And they all say Glover's Drug on it. Dr. 48276 on that one. Let's see, they all have the same number. Dr. 48276. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is or was. But I just thought they were very cool. A wooden nickel, and they're probably someone's collection, or maybe Dr. 48276 had them left over from his advertisements. But Dr. Glover, Glover drugs, I don't know, but I just thought they were really cool, and there's a bunch here, and they're just fun, right? So I'll keep some for me and see what I can do with these. I have to look up some ideas on YouTube and see what can you do with a wooden nickel. So I'm going to have some fun with wooden nickels and all the stuff I've got here, and so stay tuned for, you know, what I end up doing with wooden nickels. And thank you for watching today. That's it for this week. That's enough, right? Got quite a few fun things. And I will see y'all next time. So happy crafting and happy thrifting, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.